Hi guys, welcome to Adam McKola TV. I'm Adam. This is the preview for Manchester United's Premier League clash with Tottenham at White Hart Lane. Yes, we travel to Tottenham to take on Mauricio Pochettino's in-form Spurs side, although they come into it on the back of a 1-1 draw at Anfield against Liverpool. United obviously beat Liverpool's Merseyside rivals 1-0 at Old Trafford in a tight-fought game on the weekend as well. The weekend's action saw Leicester stretch their league at the top from Spurs to 7 points, and Manchester United moved to 5th and remain 1 point behind Manchester City. The pressure is on both teams, probably more pressure on Tottenham Hotspurs. They really need to get a result to make sure their title dreams don't end too early, because if Leicester City win, they go 10 points clear of Tottenham before United and Spurs play on Sunday. So there would be an awful lot of pressure on Spurs to get the result. The home fans may be edgy if Leicester beat Sunderland, and hopefully Manchester United can capitalise on that. We come into it on the back of two 1-0 victories either side of the international break. That one at the Etihad against Manchester City. Then of course the one at Old Trafford on Sir Bobby Charlton's day, as Anthony Martial stole the headlines, grabbed 3 points for Manchester United and scored to help us get the 3 points, which meant we moved to 5th after West Ham had drawn with Crystal Palace. So there was a lot of action going on at the weekend. Things all changing every single weekend as well. And hopefully a result for Manchester United at White Hart Lane will mean we're still in with a shout of a top 4 finish. We have it all to do though. We definitely have it all to do. Manchester City have got West Bromwich Albion at home, so they're not likely to drop any points, despite the fact they may have a European hangover after their 2-2 draw in Paris. Manchester United's performance against Everton hopefully will play better than we did in the first half, at the very least, against Everton. I thought the first half was poor, too slow. We didn't create enough opportunities, and although Lingard, Rashford and Martial looked bright, tried to make things happen, we didn't do enough to score the goals. Second half, a little bit better. We got the goal for Anthony Martial. Everton had their opportunities, and maybe a draw would have been a fair result, but we ground out that 1-0 victory, and grinding out results is going to be vitally important at this stage in the season. After this game against Tottenham, our running isn't too bad on paper. Obviously, that's me saying it with the knowledge that Manchester United don't do things easily, and we haven't been playing as well as we should have in games that we should be winning. So, what kind of team will we see against Tottenham, and what kind of performance will we see against Tottenham? We need to have high energy. They've got fantastic young players who are always moving, always pressing, and we need to match their enthusiasm and their energy. I think there's been a lot of talk about Timothy Fosu-Mensah starting, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen. Marcus Rojo was poor, maybe a little bit of fatigue from his national team duty, but Fosu-Mensah could and maybe should come in at centre half, with Daley Blind moving out to left back. But Daley Blind was excellent up against Romelu Lukaku, and maybe that will play on Louis van Gaal's mind and mean that he does stick with Rojo and Daley Blind, keep Daley Blind at centre half, and see if he can do the same against Harry Kane. We'll need to do a similar job, cut out the supply to him, and make sure when he's got his back to the ball and he's got the ball at his feet, we match him for strength and we stick with him all the time. I thought Daley Blind was excellent at the weekend and did fantastic with one of my favourite strikers in the Premier League in Romelu Lukaku. Hopefully he can do the same with Harry Kane. Although, to be fair, if Timothy Fosu-Mensah started, it would be a very, very interesting battle. One thing Fosu does is dive in an awful lot, and I'm hoping that doesn't cost us anytime soon. But he loves a challenge. He's strong, he's quick, and is a big lad as well, so he could match up against Harry Kane. It'd be interesting to see what option Louis van Gaal goes with. But that's one decision that he will have to make. Will we see Memphis come into the team? I've been shouting for this one for a while, but I can't knock Lingard, who has been starting in the hole. He's been using his energy. It's a strange one. No one would ever want to see him start there, really. You'd think put Mata in the hole, put Lingard out wide. The way they play is more suited to those positions. But Lingard's been playing there, and his high energy has been causing problems for defences and creating opportunities for Rashford and Martial, and of course Mata as well, who are playing around him. Interesting again to see how we go there. Will we bring Memphis in, or will we keep it the same? And again, of course, big decisions to be made in the central midfield. We need to get this one right. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go with the two defensively minded in Carrick and Schneiderlin. And although I'm not going to make this some campaign or anything against Fellaini. I don't think he should start this game because I don't think he's suited to the way that Tottenham will play. We need energy. We need people that can play with the ball at their feet and get the ball out quickly. Schneiderlin, Herrera maybe, or will we see Carrick and Schneiderlin? Interesting to see, but I hope it's one of those two options. Looking forward to the game. I'll be watching from a bar in Goa, so if you are around, come and find me. We'll watch it together. But it'll be interesting to see how the Indians are when they actually watch Manchester United. I've experienced a match day in America and around certain other parts in the world. Now it's time to experience it in India. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Hoping Manchester United can get a result as well. We need a result. I said before Everton, I would take 4 to 6 points out of these next two games. So a draw isn't too bad against Spurs, but these are the kind of games where I wouldn't be surprised if we went there and got a 1-0 victory. Rashford or someone on the break. Marshall as well. 5 goals off becoming the highest scoring teenager for Manchester United in their debut season, I believe the fact is, or the stat that I saw earlier. Something like that. Check it out though. Marshall's been in fantastic form and I'm looking forward to seeing him in action again. Spurs, they obviously have their threats. Eriksen, Dyer, Ali, of course, Harry Kane as well. Got some fantastic players and will need to be at the races at the weekend. They play with great energy, great pressing. They change from defence to attack so quickly, and Harry Kane can get goals for days as well. So we need to watch out for them. It could be a high scoring game, but I think if Manchester United win, it'll probably be 1-0, 2-1, something like that. Hoping we get the victory. But if you offer me a draw now, I'd probably take it, to be honest. Guys, get your comments in below. Let us know what you are thinking about the game that's coming up. More Footy Manager Fridays tomorrow. Then I am off to India. Then, of course, I'll be back after my trip to India at the Villa game next week. So hopefully by the time I speak to you next, United have beaten Spurs and beaten West Ham. And we're in the top 4. And we've got an FA Cup semi-final to look forward to. Here's hoping, eh? See you later.